What is your 20 story?
My 20th story is like a Nollywood movie for those that can relate. It has plenty parts, twists and turns, suspense, and for every season in my life in my 20s, I think it always ended with one, to God be the glory. If you watch Nollywood, you understand. To God be the glory because everything always figured out itself. Things always happen. To God be the glory for the positive, of course, because things always happened the way I had hoped it to be. I was just worrying. So yeah, I think it's been a lot of suspense and plenty climax and things just eventually figured out itself.
So do you want to dive into more specific what was happening during your 20s?
In the early parts of my 20s, I thought I knew a lot about myself, but as I grew older, I found out that there was still a lot of things that I didn't know about myself, and I think that I've come to that point where I've embraced that it's all part of the journey. Every time I make any mistake, I try to figure out the lesson that I need to gain from that experience instead of beating myself up about it. So for me, overall, 20s has really been just understanding that I'm still growing, I'm still evolving to the man that I want to be, and I should give myself grace.
You said you didn't know a lot about yourself, and have you found an answer?
I don't think you ever get to that point in your life where you're like, I've arrived at the answer, I know who I am now. You know who you are, but you're still on the journey of becoming. You're still on the journey of discovering other sides to your life that you don't know. So I would say for those in their 20s, if I'm going to give an advice, I'll say enjoy the journey. Do not beat yourself up about things you can't control. Understand that it's all a phase, and just live and love.
Give me 2 things you've learned about yourself so far during your 20s.
Top on the list is success has many friends, and I learned that because I've been in phases where I was really struggling to get by, and the moment I just hit a little, I won't call it popularity or success, but when I hit a little popularity or success, I found out that a lot of people that did not follow me to struggle came along the way, but I wasn't mad at it because I understand that success has many friends. So I would say, instead of looking for validation for people, just work towards being a better version of yourself. People will come around; they will always come around. I say be very intentional. You're not missing out on anything. All the things that you think that people are doing and you think, I wish it was me. I promise you, if you lock in, if you really lock in, things will eventually align for you. And all the things you wanted and you were feeling like you were missing out on will come together nicely. So just be very intentional. Understand that every move you make at every phase in your life, you're sowing seeds into your future self. So for every action that you make, there are always consequences, good or bad. So when you remember that and you have that back of your mind, you be very intentional about what you do, who you associate with, the kind of actions and decisions that you make. So yeah, actions have consequences. That's a key word.
Are you proud of the man you're becoming?
I'm very proud of the man I'm becoming. I'm proud of the man I'm becoming because I started to give myself so much grace, and I understand that as much as I know so much and I have a lot of lived experiences, I'm still on the journey, so I'm very proud of, so far so good. I'm proud of the man I'm becoming.
Describe your 20s with one word and why.
So I'm going to be a little bit, so it's a pidgin colloquial. Shaggy. No, I'm just joking. My 20s have been very challenging. I can't even lie to you. Very, very challenging. And that's because I moved countries, and I'm grateful for that opportunity, but it was just like being born again, starting a new life, So yeah, but yeah, it's been an experience, and I'm loving every bit of it.
What country did you move from?
Also, I moved from Nigeria to the United Kingdom. Yeah.
So what has been a culture shock for you?
Community. Community has been a culture shock for me. I keep on saying, I say this every time. In Nigeria, everyone's your uncle and auntie. Yeah, especially in London, no one really cares about you. So, yeah, community. I'm grateful for the community I have so far, but I think my first culture shock was nobody really cares. You have to understand that you are just one person, and you don't have to. What's the word? You have to live with that truth that nobody's coming to save you. You get? So, being in my 20s, still trying to figure out life and moving through countries, and coming from a place where if I had any issues, I know I have 60 million uncles in different parts of Nigeria, but now coming down here, you have to find your uncles. Your uncles will not find you. So yeah, that's really been a really big culture shock.
What is a message to your future self?
I would say it was all worth it. Yeah, all the grind, all the putting myself out there, trying to, get ahead, all the W's and L's, all the wins and losses, it was all worth it, and yeah, that's what I'm going to tell my future self.